And welcome back, guys. Now, this is Prison Architect. It's a very fun little indie game. It was on sale and from the winter sale and all that. So I got it because I saw NerdCube play it, and it is very fun. And I'm gonna do a little video of me doing a prison. This will be my second prison. I did the tutorial, then I made my own little world, and then I'm gonna make this one for about an hour, however long it takes, and then I'll stop, and there you go. So let's do this. I'm gonna choose a few settings quick, and then we'll start. Create a new prison. Do large. Now that. Okay, so you have these trucks that come in. If you haven't seen this game yet, with all of your workers and stuff, and you have 24 hours before your prisoners get here, and you pretty much have to be able to handle them by the time they get here. So I'm gonna kind of talk a lot less and just build. So here we go. Build a little bit of a start right here. Let's do it back a bit. Start right here and start with the power room. Actually, we can do that a little bit further up. Have this a side entrance. I'll just show them this building, or building this one building, because you get to see the neat little building stuff. You have all the supplies being dropped off. And since this is still the alpha, there's still a few problems. So if there's anything wrong, it's not that bad because it's pretty much a brand new game. It'd be nice if they could hurry. And there we go, we have a room. Now, there's still stacks of stuff in here, and then they'll still put in the lights and everything. Now, normally what you would do is you would make it what room you want, then there's different requirements, like a cell you'd have to put a bed and a toilet in there and hook up pipes and stuff. But since it's just the power room, you just have to place the things in there, which I'll do right now. You want a power station, water pump station, power for power, water pump station for water. And then how it works is you take these electric cables from the power one and you go them, like put them in like every room that you want power, and there'll be little wires going to everything that needs it. Some, like an oven, you have to connect the big power lines straight up to the oven. And with water, oh yeah, and then there's capacitors which increase capacity and all that. We'll show you, and power switch can cut off. Yeah, I'll show you. And then we got water pump station, which you take it through water pipes, but it doesn't go like little wires and stuff, so you have to do small pipes to each individual thing, which I'll get started now. And also when you first build these two, since they are not cheap, there's crates here, which are they're free for the first ones. Like there's the one, and then there's the power station. We also have a few pipes here for free. Okay, now I want to build, I'll go and do the 2 offices now. I probably want this separated because that doesn't really matter as much. So I'll do, instead of having a kind of an outdoor, like there's all the rooms are kind of have an outside thing, I'm going to do entire inside because the last one didn't turn out too well. So actually, I think I want to do the hallway first, so I could probably do that down here so we have some room for buildings, and just make it a 4, so they have 2 walking space. I'll just add the ones to the wall. Let's do it that long. That's good. And then do a large jail door right here. And they'll build it, and then I can start planning out other rooms. They do have a planning one, which lets you plan out like all the pathways, objects, and buildings and stuff, which is nice. But since I'm still kind of new to this, I don't really do that. I just kind of go with it. So just so you know, that's there. So you can plan out your room and find out what they're like. So you can actually like place them, and it's like you already thought of all of it. And you don't have to run into all these troubles. Alright, so I want to get a warden, and then once I get him, research and get an accountant, get a holding cell up. Real quick, because I don't remember. Oh yeah, then the kitchen, okay. Okay. Let's see, so foundations. This will be the warden's office. Should just connect. Might have to rebuild a wall. There's probably better ways to do this. Looks good. This will be the accountant's office. And they don't have to be that big. I just like to have them sort of room, like not have everything minimal size. And while they're building, I'll connect the. Oh yes, and also because I'll run out of money very fast, just for the money they give you, or yeah. And then you can get grants, so I can get like extra like 80,000, and it'll have me do all these. And these are actually really helpful because if you do them, you'll actually be set up, and they give you a ton of money. So, see, now I have 86,000 instead of 6,000. Yeah, that's why I was worried about they would destroy the walls. Oh well. Just rebuild them quick. I'll just make them staff doors because don't worry if they like break in and die. And here's a good example. All the lights don't have power, and I'll show you how the power system works quickly. Just connect the big cables over. Since I wanted to have them, both of them in the main hallway, I'll lead them down here, and then I can show you with this room. I don't know if I should worry about these. I don't remember if these slide shut. Whatever, we'll find out. Yeah, there we go. So, I didn't have to lead in this room because it was close enough, but you can see there's these big pipes, and then they have little small wires connecting to all of the lights. But if there's like an oven in this room, I would have to connect that straight up to it. And when I build the cells, I can show you how the water. And this is the auto saving. It does kind of pause the game for a second. Wonder what will happen if I build it like this instead of inside. We'll see. Might connect. Might be perfect. I'll quickly show you how the room layout works. Just gotta do 2 offices quick. Okay, there we go. And then see, it'll say what it needs. There's a max or minimum size, so you can't just have a 1x1. You also need to fit stuff in there. And if I put those in, oh yes, and highlights them for you. I always forget that. I'm like, where is it? Doesn't really matter where you place them, unless you care where they are. But it's nice to have them by each other instead of just all across the place. There we go, and then the builders will go get them in there. The guys has a chair. Now this one, which is this is going to be a holding cell. So if you don't have individual cells, you just shove a bunch of people in here, which is the best way to start. You know, while you just have them in here when they get here, and then you can build whatever. But they're not very happy in here, and it's not very neat. But let's see. Requires entrance. So we either want a jail door or a large jail door. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna try a large jail door because the last time I did regular jail door. Since this office is done, well, I'll make this ward one at the accountant's then. Just throw them in there and it becomes a warden's office. So now I unlock bureaucracy, so I can start researching, researching. Want to do accountant first, or finance. Now, this red bar up here, this is like how much power you're using out of what it can supply. So once it hits max, it'll break the circuit or whatever, and the entire place will black out, then you have to turn back on. And since it's kind of getting high, what we want to do is go to utilities and get out capacitor. There's one free, that's what the one symbol means, so I have 20 large pipes free. And just place it anywhere near this. And they'll go and get it, it's just like furniture, installing that. When they do, there should be 2 bars, and then this will be down lower. Or it'll still be the same amount, but there's more amount it can hold. In this case, this lights how it reaches in all of these. Because they can't go through walls, so they go around. And since that's a little bit further than that would be, can bring this over. I'm gonna go and take this all the way down for the other rooms. Maybe then it'll be enough. Oh, up there. I'm always terrible at finding stuff. There. Now I can show you piping, because this toilet's going to need water. Also have them start building the showers. Just do that right across from the holding cell. Build them sideways like that. This you can do a GL door, but since showers, you pretty much just have them open at all times because it sometimes gets to be a mess when you have a ton of people. I'll do a large GL door to match the other side. And then the toilet has a little water symbol, meaning it needs water. And if like your inmates get angry, they can start damaging stuff. If your toilet gets a certain amount damaged, it'll actually start leaking everywhere and you'll have water, which you'll get to see when there's showers and you have to put out drains. Connect the large pipes up to the pumping station. I'm going to take them down to this main place. And then I'll want to take these small pipes. Instead of doing 2 large pipes, I can just take them down. And they won't connect with it, or like bug with the energy ones. And as you can see right here, it still has like shadows in here from the outside. Actually, you might still think it is the outside because it has outside stuff. I might have to label it. Just since it's an alpha, it just sometimes bugs out. Build a little middle thing in here. The room's kind of off-centered, I think. Yeah, there's 3 and then there's 4, but that doesn't matter as long as the room's even. And now these shower heads will need water, so we'll have to take pipes around, and then you also just put them right by each other all the way around, but you know, they want their space. And now I'll have to do drains so it doesn't flood the entire jail. Let's see if 2 is enough. Sometimes it's not enough and it'll start flooding out, but once they're done taking showers, it'll all flood back in. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And he's done researching, so I'll go and hire an accountant. There we go. Now you can see my net income and stuff. And now I want to go and get 2 guards out. Actually, no, I don't have to do guards yet. I need a cafeteria and kitchen. Build it right down here. And this one I'm not too concerned about either, so I'll just do another large jail door and just have it locked open. Auto saving again. Okay, and it'll open up and they'll come in, get their food, whatever. I can close it if it's getting crazy in here, and I'll put a little staff door here. They'll open up the kitchen. Hopefully that's a smart idea. If I want to lock them in there, it might not be so smart to put a staff door. Hopefully it recognizes this as an entrance. It might not. Okay, it did. See a little bit more bugginess right here. And that will be the kitchen. This will be the cafeteria. With little serving tables out here and staff doors so they can get out here. And last time I had a jail door here so they couldn't get in the kitchen, like beat them up and get knives and stuff. But I think I'll do a staff door and just figure it out as I go on so you can get out here easily, because before I needed a garden. There's not a garden here. They couldn't get out and people would get angry, so see how that goes. This one needs a serving table, tables, and benches. There will be a bit of a tight fit, but it looks fine. Okay, get our kitchen out. The sink should require water, so I'll go and drag this up. And then this is the stove or the cooker, and that will need energy. And from experience from last time, I kind of went everywhere. Like I went in health because that was one of the things. But I think I know cleaning was nice because it gets pretty messy. But I think I'm gonna go security and then patrols, because it just makes me feel safe having a guy walk around. So if they start hitting on the doors in their cells because they're angry, you can spot them before they hit it and then have to send a guy over because they didn't pay attention or something. So I'll go with that so that doesn't happen. I'm trying to figure out what this is now. It's probably another buggy thing. Oh yeah, it was. I'll start with 2 guards, and then I'll train more when they get here. Get 2 cooks. I'm not sure what the worksmen are doing. They getting stuff? Oh yeah, they're getting stuff. I feel sorry for him. Have to carry an entire freezer. And we have 11 hours and 32 minutes left until they get here. And we want a kitchen's being built, and we need a yard. And this time I'm gonna put some sort of entertainment in the yard because it kind of just helps a little bit. Because the room for the prisoners' entertainment is the common room, and for families is visitation. I usually just in the yard put a phone booth and a TV so they can sit there and do that. And I do the same thing in holding cells. I do a phone booth and TV for anyone that's in there. And individual cells, I'm not gonna do that until like I'm freaking rich. I think I'll do a big yard this time since I'm in a big map and I just had the minimum yard. I'm gonna do it way out here. Just have a huge one. Let's do 30 by 30. 20 by 20 would be 9, or fine. 9. And then what's really nice is fences are free. Like, it's really nice to build a fence around here. And then just 2 slits, so the only way to escape is through there. And that's why you do around the yard. There we go, that'll take a second to build and get the objects laid out this time. What door do we want this? I'll do a jail door. Yard is another thing I'm gonna leave open because there's nothing really they can steal in there. But I'll do a jail door so if something does happen, I can close it. So I will get a TV and a phone booth and a weights bench. And I'll do a metal detector outside the cafeteria and at the entrance, and in a few other places possibly, just so if they take anything, it'll go off and they'll get searched. There you go. And I'm actually not going to do a TV yet, because that one takes power and I don't want to get the power cables out here yet. Phone booth should be fine. I'll do several of them. And get 2 weights benches. I'll do that back a bit. Now I'm pretty much ready, like I can handle them. It just it's not that pleasant after a while, just with this. But this is the basic things you need. Actually, all you really need is a holding cell and then a few guards to get them in there. And then like power and water, but that goes bad really fast because they recommend you start out with a shower and canteen and all this for a reason. Because if they wake up and they don't have these things, or they get here and they don't have those things, they're pretty angry. So they usually get here and complain about recreation and family and stuff. And alright, so got yards being finished and looks like it'll be good, and I'm gonna come back in a second video and possibly a third and fourth and fifth. I'm probably not gonna do this for that long, but I'll do several more videos and catch you later.